Hi, I'm Kelsey, and this is Coco, or Colette. We've been coming to Dr. Aminette for probably 4.5 years now. I started coming when I had my son. He was about 4 months old, and I started getting really bad headaches. So I thought I would give chiropractic care a try, and Dr. Aminette was able to help me with my headaches and really resolve them within the first couple visits, and then we just kept doing some maintenance care over the course of the years. And I just feel like I feel better and I'm able to care for my kids better because my body is working right. But I also bring my kids in, and we started bringing my son in when he was 6 months old for eczema issues and some constipation issues, and I really didn't know about chiropractic care for kids. I just kind of thought that was an adult thing where you go get your back cracked, but we saw a huge benefit from seeing Dr. Aminette with my son Wyatt. His eczema started to clear up, and he started sleeping better, and his constipation issues were resolved pretty quickly after the first couple of visits. It was really encouraging to see something not medicinal helping with our issues. We are a big believer in preventative medicine and taking care of our bodies, putting good things in them, treating them well so that we don't need medicine and doctors often. And I think my biggest benefit from coming to Dr. Aminette has been with my birth stories. With my son, who's 4.5, he was a very big baby, and I was in labor for 2 days with him. I pushed for 3.5 hours and ended up having an emergency C-section. He was not budging at all. I was pushing and pushing, and he was not moving. So that was a traumatic experience for me, and I felt like I was robbed of a birth experience. My healing took forever. My body was just wrecked from it. Fast forward to my pregnancy with Coco. I had been in chiropractic care for 3.5 years at that point, and when I told Dr. Aminette I was pregnant, I was so excited to do that journey again, but to be taking better care of my body and to be more aware of how I can make my birth plan go better than it did last time. I had a lot of fear and anxiety around going back into labor and having to end up with a C-section. So, paired up with Dr. Aminette, he was like my motivator, and he really partnered with me on making a birth plan that is something that I wanted, and that was, we were aiming for a VBAC, so a lot of doctors discourage VBACs, but Dr. Aminette was on board to help me get there and to help me reach my goal. And then he brought up the fact that I should try to do it unmedicated, which I just laughed at him, and he was telling me all the benefits of having an unmedicated birth and the benefits for the mom and the benefits for the baby, and started just really encouraging me in that direction. It gave me some good resources like hypnobirthing. Hypnobirthing paired with constant chiropractic care could really change the outcome of my birth experience with her. So I came to the chiropractor. We started every other week, and then as I got closer to my due date, we went to every week, and I just felt better. I slept better. I could move better. I didn't have lower back pain like I did with my son, and I just felt overall healthier. I was also eating a lot better with that pregnancy. He worked with my pelvis to open up my hips a lot and really prepare my body for birth, and then with the hypnobirthing, that was also really helpful. I went into labor with her. I was in labor for 12 hours. It's very exciting. I was in labor for 12 hours with her. I pushed for 2 hours, and I had a successful VBAC, and just really a calm and peaceful and just everything that I wanted in a birth experience. And she wasn't stuck. It was fairly easy to get her out, and there was just such a difference. And I'm so confident that having that chiropractic care throughout my pregnancy was a huge benefactor of how I had her naturally and VBAC. I was able to get to 10 centimeters without an epidural, which I never ever thought I'd be able to do. So I was super proud that I accomplished that, and my whole experience was different. And I really came back to the chiropractor after that and told him that he was a big reason why I was so successful. Then, fast forward to this little nugget. You can see she's very active. Her first chiropractic visit was when she was 2 days old. We came home from the hospital, and the next day we brought her in, and everything checked out good, and she looked great. She was a happy baby. She ate really well. She was doing really well until I noticed that she had a flat spot on the back of her head. So I addressed that with him when she was about a month and a half, and we figured out that her head was stuck to the left, causing her to always sleep with her left side down to the pillow. So she developed a flat spot. And I feel like, is she distracting? Because she's like all over the place.
No, I think it's
Keep
fine.
going? Okay.
Yeah.
So she developed a flat spot on the left side of her head. And we asked her pediatrician about it. They told us that we needed to go to physical therapy, that there was a good chance she would be in a helmet. And that freaked me out. So, of course, back to Dr. Amanette I came, and he started working on her neck to release it. It was the craziest thing to watch him adjust her and her to go from crying, and then he would gently just lay his hands on her ever so gently, and then she would just relax, and her whole body would go limp, and her head would go back to the center. And it was just such affirmation that, like, this is not like voodoo stuff, like this actually works. And to see the benefit on such a young baby was really awesome. So it took us a long time to get into physical therapy, and by the time we did, they determined that she didn't need a helmet, which was excellent news. And she affirmed me in taking her to the chiropractor and said, you bringing her to the chiropractor probably saved her from having to get a helmet. And I'll never forget, she said to me, I wish all of my clients would take their kids to the chiropractor when they were having these issues. And it was really cool to hear that from a physical therapist, that this is something that is beneficial and working. So she's now 7.5 months old and full of energy. Her flat spot is getting so much better. Her neck has been fully corrected. Her torticollis has gone way down. And the only thing we've done is chiropractic care. And I'm so confident that that has been such a savior for us and for her in the situation. So our whole family has really benefited from Dr. Amanette. He has so much wisdom. I trust him on so many topics. I always come in here with more than chiropractic questions, and I just trust him with my kids, and we love him.